we are in my bathroom and it's a bit echoey, so I hope this isn't too distracting for you. I've done the best I can to try to mute it so it's not echoey, but we're just gonna go with it today. So today I'm gonna show you exactly what I use right now because it's constantly sort of changing, but what I use in the morning and at night in my skincare. And I'm gonna give different options depending on your skin type and try to really hit as many questions as possible that you might have when it comes to your skincare and what's the best thing to do. Now, I use quite a lot of products, okay? So I don't want anyone to be overwhelmed. What I'm gonna do is really break this down into, this is the holy grail. Like, this is something everybody needs. This is something extra so that you can make really good decisions on what's going to be best for you, and maybe considering the holidays and gifts and things like that. What are some products that you can definitely get for older women, maybe your friends or family members, that sort of thing, that everybody would be interested in. Okay, so before we get started, please visit my website at thebeautyshamanstore.com. Sign up for my newsletter while you're there and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube so I can continue to make great content for you. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into two. I'm going to do my AM, my PM, my once a week, and my once a month, okay? Because I definitely break things down because I can't do every single thing every day. That would be overkill on my skin. Many of you do too much. I think sometimes finding that sweet spot can be a little bit challenging. So I'm just going to show you where I am at this point. Obviously in 6 months I might be doing something different, but this is today. All right, so for starters we're going to do cleanser. Of course you're going to clean your face morning and night. So the cleanser I'm using right now is Image MD Restoring Facial Cleanser. So this has alpha hydroxy acids as well as a little bit of peppermint. It's lovely. It's a really good solid cleanser. It also removes makeup, which I love, and I use this morning and night. I don't like taking my makeup off and then cleaning my face. It's just removing that one step. So I usually use cleansers that remove makeup as well. That's just I'm a little on the lazy side, so whatever I can do to minimize, because as you'll see, you can do a million things morning and night, right? It's not that hard. Okay, the second thing I do is actually a holy grail item, and I would say absolutely the two holy grail things to keep in mind kind of as we go along. One is vitamin C, and then in the PM routine I'm going to show you that one, the holy grail of that one. In other words, the product I really recommend for every single woman out there. And you can get variants of these products, different quantities, and I'll hit on that a little bit. So that is vitamin C serum. So for those of you who know, it's all about vitamin C serum. So this is the one I use in the mornings. I use it morning and night. And I'm going to talk about two different types here of vitamin C because I absolutely don't believe we all have to use the exact same type. But this one is from Truth Treatments. It has 80% lipophilic vitamin C, which is an oil-soluble vitamin C. The type of vitamin C in this one is hexadecyl ascorbate. So that's a fabulous type, oil-soluble vitamin C. Really has a huge impact on the skin. Like I said, I use it morning and night. If you want something, this is retails for $200, so not cheap, but fabulous. And I have another one here from Image MD. This is Restoring Youth Serum. This is also vitamin C. This is 20%. Same type, hexadecyl ascorbate. So I would really pay attention to, with vitamin C serums, the type that you're using, because L-ascorbic acid is a water-based type of vitamin C, which a lot of times isn't as effective, but it's a great starter vitamin C if you've never used one before. I've done lots of videos on different types of vitamin C. I'll toss that in the corner here. But for starters, I'm going to use this one. So I take this and I do 2 drops, and then I massage it all over my skin. I go around my eye. I actually don't use an eye cream. I just use this around my eyes, which basically does the same thing. And as you can see, I pull it down my neck. I do it under my bangs. Always pull everything that you use on your face down your neck. This is a part of your face. That's why the neck tends to age worse, because we're not paying as much attention to it. So, and skin is skin. Your skin on your butt is the same as the skin around your eyes. The skin around your eyes is slightly thinner, of course, so that's why we want to be a little bit more delicate around our eyes. And then I take my neck cream. I use in conjunction this neck cream by Image. It's called by the Max. I love this because it actually does help over time to really minimize lines and wrinkles. So I use it in conjunction with my vitamin C. Now, many of you, vitamin C is going to be enough. You're not going to want to use a neck cream. I started using this about a month ago, and I've noticed that my lines in my neck have gone down. It actually softens it all down. It looks really nice. Okay, this has stem cell technology in it, so it really gets underneath the skin and helps to plump the skin. So I really love this. I use it morning and night in conjunction with my vitamin C. Okay, so I am going to use some moisturizer. This is Image MD Daily Defense Moisturizer. This has SPF 50, so if I use this one, I don't put on any sunscreen. But if I don't use this and I use something without sunscreen, I'll use the Image Prevention 30 Plus sunscreen on my skin. This is fabulous. All the products that I'm recommending are all non-toxic, clean beauty. But I am going to toss a little bit of moisturizer on my face. Sometimes when it's humid, I don't need to wear any moisturizer, and I'll just put a little SPF on. But today I'm going to put this on. So you can see it has a little bit of zinc. Again, pull it down your neck, all the way down. Makes a big difference. So I love that. I wouldn't get it too close to your eyes. If it might irritate your eyes, I don't know if SPF does that. It doesn't on me. I can use it everywhere. It's fine. Okay, next, if I'm filming, okay, so I film 2 to 3 days a week, or if I'm going to a party or I'm doing something sort of nice, or many of you want to do this every single day, but I use a little hyaluronic mineral hydrator, hyaluronic acid. So this is the hyaluronic acid I've been using by Truth Treatments. I love this, and I put a little biomimetic mist with it. So this is an activator, so it helps the products to go even deeper into your skin. You can actually use all three of these, the C serum, the hyaluronic acid, and the mist all together. We call this the Truth Trifecta. A lot of times I will just mix all three of these together, but today, just because of this, because I'm doing a video, I'm going to do 2 squirts of the hyaluronic mineral hydrator and 2 of the biomimetic mist. So just 2 drops, so not a lot. And I love the immediate plumping that this gives me, which is why I love to use it right before I film, because suddenly everything looks a ton better. So many of you are noticing I have pretty big circles in my eyes. I'm actually not tired. Those circles started when I moved out here to Ecuador, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it has to do with the change in water, that my kidneys and my liver are just getting used to the change in the type of water that's here. I think it's very mineral dense. This is kind of my take on it. So I'm doing a lot of things to move the inflammation, the buildup that gets around my eyes through here from that. So this happens, this can be benefited through exercise. So I try to go running or get outside in some way to get fluids and get my lymph system going. And that really helps to promote this to start to go down. So it's not looking too shabby right now. One of the other things I use, if I wake up and this is quite bad, I use this kind of a roller. So many of you have seen these. I think they're a little bit over touted. That's my view. I think they don't do all the things people say. However, they really do help to move any sort of swelling or inflammation on your skin, to move things. The trick with this is freeze it. So I've taken this out of the freezer a little bit ago, so it's not cold anymore. So keep it nice and cold. Anything cold you put around your eyes is really going to help with this area. So you could do frozen cucumbers, or take a washcloth, get it wet, freeze it, put it on your face. That's going to really help if you have a lot of puffiness and swelling. And then using one of these. So I really love this. I use this again before I film or if I'm going out. And usually it's worse for me in the morning than in the afternoon and evening. As I'm filming, I think it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. So the trick with using these is to really, get it nice and cold and rub it, but do this for about 20 minutes. If you just kind of go, didn't do anything. No, you actually have to work it, okay? Because you're working your lymph glands. You're getting that to really move, okay? So you see how much I'm using this. I go at all different angles here just to get that to move. Like, move, baby, get over there. And I really do notice a difference if I stick with it, if I do it for 15 to 20 minutes. And you'll learn your skin as you go along and how much is good, how much it can take, that sort of thing. Okay, so the last thing I do in the morning, you all are rolling your eyes, like really you do one more thing. It's actually kind of funny, you'll like this, is I shave. So I shave my lip. So I have a dark, hairy little bit. It's not super noticeable, but it's there and it bothers me. So I take my razor, and this is actually a dude razor. It's nothing fancy. I think it was maybe $2 at the drugstore, right? Very, very, very cheap. And I just take and I go upward and I shave this area. And about every 2 weeks, I shave everything on my jawline and on my chin. Because, you know, as we get older, our hormones start to do weird things and we get a little bit more hairy, many of us. So if I just take care of that every couple weeks, I notice that my face looks great. It does help a little bit with exfoliation. You can actually spend hundreds of dollars on facial razors. It's a whole industry. I find it a little humorous. I just use a razor. It's like $2. It's no big deal. Okay, so that was my morning routine. Now we're going to go into my evening routine. Of course, I've got the same PJs on morning and night. Okay, so again, I'm going to clean my face, same as in the morning. No difference there. I'm also going to use my vitamin C. You could, I think I said in the beginning, you could use vitamin C morning and night or either or. It's really up to you. It is good to use it in the morning because it is an antioxidant and it does help with protecting your skin from pollution. So a lot of times using it in the morning is really awesome. I would say I use it in the evening too, just because I love the feel of it and I think it has an impact to use it twice a day. So we're going to be pretending this is the evening. So I'm not going to put it back on because I just put a bunch on, but I do the same thing. I do the vitamin C, I mix it with a little bit of my neck cream, put it all the way down. Lovely. Okay, so now we're to the second holy grail product or ingredient that I think every woman needs, and that is retinol. So vitamin C and retinol are the two holy grail. If you're at all confused about this, I'll put a video up here in the corner just to explain it a little bit more. So this is the one I'm using right now. It's Restoring Youth Repair Cream. So this is a lovely retinol night cream. It also contains vitamin C, which means it's not going to be irritating to the skin. And it contains the oil-soluble type of vitamin C. And that's really important because it does get deeper into the skin and it does render it much less irritating. If you're using a product that has retinol and it doesn't contain some sort of an oil-soluble vitamin C or an ingredient in there to help it become very emollient, what happens is retinol can be very irritating. The quantities of retinol, the higher the quantity, the more opportunity for irritation. This isn't bad. You actually want a little irritation when it comes to retinol. I've done whole videos on it. I'll put it here in the corner. I would say retinol, if you use it consistently, it helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps to diminish age spots, hyperpigmentation. And really what it's doing is it's helping with cell turnover. And that's what helps your complexion to look brighter and your skin to be healthier. It's exfoliation, i.e. cell turnover. And this is one of the key ways that you can actually have that. And you can use this every single day. I use it every single day and I don't have a problem at all with this. I do have a higher degree of retinol here. This is my 5% retinol from Truth Treatments. Really high. You can't go any higher than this actually over the counter. In order to go higher, you have to get a dermatologist to write you a prescription for Retin A, and that you could use, and that's going to be a much higher quantity of retinol. I can use the 5% without any problem. And what I do is I use this about 3 or 4 times a week. And then I also spot use it on my age spot and on the areas that I'm the most concerned about. I do that almost every day. So I use these in conjunction. Now, many of you, I would say just get 1 retinol. You don't need 2 like me. Or if you've been using retinol for a long time, I would say invest in a higher quantity of retinol, like this is a 5%. This one is actually a 0.75%, so it's a little bit under 1% in retinol. Which is why it's more mild and why this is one of like a long haul. This is something you would use over a long period of time. If you've never done retinol, do something like this, or get a product that has a lower degree of retinol to start off with, just to let your skin get used to it. When I first started using retinol, I definitely had more of a reaction to it. But now that I've been at it for a long time, I get like no reaction. I just don't want to overuse it. And there's that, again, we're talking about that sweet spot where your skin isn't overtaxed with the amount of stuff that you're doing. Okay, then the last thing I do in the evening is I do a little bit of moisturizer, just depending on what state my skin is in. So generally in the evening, I use a transdermal C-balm here. It has also lipophilic vitamin C in it, loads. I mean, vitamin C is so fabulous. Even to take vitamin C internally, I've done whole videos on supplements. Please, tune into those. But taking vitamin C internally and using external products with an oil-soluble vitamin C is fabulous. So I love this because I can use it around my eyes, and again, avoiding the whole eye cream thing so that my eye area gets all the lovely hydration. Now, if you have very dry skin, so many of you are coming from such a deficit with your dry skin, I would say really up your omega-369 oils. Buy it in conjunction. It should say 369 or just 3 and 6, that's fine too, in a capsule form, and take that. Take 2 in the morning, 1 at lunch, and 2 in the evening. It's a huge amount of omegas, but it's fabulous. It really helps your skin a lot, not to mention the rest of your health. But this is the moisturizer I use in the dead of winter when I am, well, I don't know how, it's not going to get too cold here in Ecuador, but this one is omega-6 healing cream. This has the omega-6 oils embedded into it, and I really love this. Like, look at that, it's wonderful. Smells great. This is so hydrating. It's so hydrating, I really can only use it when my skin is very dry because it's just too dense for me. It's too much. But if you have dry skin, oh, it's fabulous. I would say don't use this around your eyes though. It can cause a little bit of irritation. So then I would just use your morning moisturizer around your eye area, or just your vitamin C serum. That's probably enough. But I love it when my skin is super moisturized. It feels so yummy. Okay, so what do I use 3 or 4 times a week? What is that thing? So that is microcurrent. So this is my microcurrent machine. It is very loved. It's all worn off. So there's different brands that have microcurrent machines, and microcurrent is basically electricity that is used. It gets underneath your skin and it strengthens the muscles. So this is really fabulous, especially, we're all getting a little bit droopy here and here. And if you use this consistently, it really helps to lift your skin up, to tighten those muscles because they become more lax, okay? And one of the other ways to tighten those muscles is to be sure that you're taking collagen. Now, many of these products help with collagen production, including vitamin C and retinol and alpha hydroxy acids. All of those things are very helpful when it comes to collagen production. So it's not just one, like many of these use those ingredients and it is going to help. Also taking collagen, internally, maybe a collagen smoothie or something like that can be really wonderful. Having said that, this is a great technique and I want to demo how I use that. So I use it in conjunction with my conductive gel. Now this is very loved and worn off, sorry, but this is called Electroderm. And you need a conductive gel with any of these devices because if you just use it on your skin, you're not going to feel anything. You need something to transmute the electricity beneath your skin. And that's where conductive gel comes in. Again, there are lots of devices that do this. I'm just sharing which one I use. So what you do is you take, and I just use a few pumps of the conductive gel, and I put it, I'm just going to do the lower half here. And I'm careful to put it on my chin because of course that's where I want to target that area. And then I turn it on and it has, this is 1, so I can go 1, 2, 3. I can, make this get higher on the 1 setting. Now I've been using this for a while, so I can use the 2 setting, which is stronger. And I'm going to use 2 on the 2nd setting. So this is very powerful. When people first use this, sometimes it's a little bit too much for them. So just letting you know, you can actually tone it down. You can, play with the settings, and I would use one until you get used to it and then switch over and use another. If you're using one and you're just not seeing results, it's probably because it isn't strong enough for you anymore. Our skin tends to get used to things and then we have to upgrade. So this is very powerful. I would say I've been doing this for a while, so it doesn't bother me, but I think it's important to really kind of do your homework on these things to be sure that you're going to use one that isn't too much. But this one I think is fabulous. It really works. I love it. And you start with it and you just slowly move it along your chin and face. And you can feel it. You can feel the electricity working there. You just go very, very slowly. And it's a whole procedure. It comes with information on how to use it, not only how often, but how to use it on your skin. You can get this up near your eye as well. That can really help. Don't get it too far in there. But I would use this 3 to 4 times a week without fail, and it only takes about 5 minutes. So it's not super labor intensive. Works great. I've noticed a big difference since I started using that, with this area in particular becoming more sort of poofy. Okay, so what do I use once a week? So I went from every day, 3 to 4 times a week, to once a week. All right, so once a week, I sit on the couch and put on some nice music, and I use this. This is an LED light near infrared mask. Okay, so this is super fun. It goes, I think I might ruin my hair, but anyway, it goes like that. Isn't that cute? Don't I look cute? So this mask comes with this little device. And what you want to do with this is push on. And then you see the red light starts to come. You can see that red light, right? And I love using this because used consistently, it really helps with not only collagen production, minimizing things like hyperpigmentation, helps with anti-aging to minimize lines and wrinkles, that sort of thing. It's very healing. LED light is an incredibly healing light to your skin. It also promotes blood circulation and helps with inflammation, which of course really helps, clean out this part of my face, which tends to be burnt. So I really love this. I had it for a long time. I didn't use it very much. And then when I moved out here to Ecuador, I started using it every single week. And I've really noticed a difference in my skin and how much healthier and brighter my skin looks. So there's, again, many of this type of thing on the market. This is just one particular brand. This retails for $400. Generally speaking, that's about what you're going to pay for this kind of a device. I really have not tried other ones, so I'm not a good resource for what are all the types and which ones work best. I've just used this one. But I can say, if you get a good one, it can really make a difference used over the long haul. So I really love this because it's very preventative. It really does help your skin in the long run. Okay, so what do I use once a month? All right, so many of you know I encourage you to go to an esthetician and have microdermabrasion, microneedling, anything that's going to stimulate cell turnover and exfoliation on the top layer of your skin. This is one of the key ways that you minimize lines and wrinkles and really benefits your skin to look brighter and healthier is to use some sort of alpha hydroxy acid peel along with a microdermabrasion machine. So this is a handheld at-home microderm machine. It's by PMD, and I'll put that down below so that you can shop this if you're interested. So I'm an esthetician, so I can buy certain things like this. This is from Image. This is called eye peel. It's a bit loved here, but this is a alpha hydroxy acid peel, and I use this once a month, and then once I remove that, I use this particular machine. So again, what you're doing is you're damaging this top layer of your skin, and that's good. That's like retinol, it's good. You want to damage it. It's kind of like damaging your muscles. So if you go out and you exercise and you come back and your muscles hurt, that's great. And when your muscles do better is when you rest. So you damage them a little bit and then you rest. And you damage and you rest. And that's how you grow in your fitness. You have to do a little bit of damage, okay? So that's what this particular machine does along with the peel, is it damages your skin and the retinol. Okay, so how this works, it has a little, I'll take this off so you can see it, has a little device here at the end, and you can buy these and replace these, which you're going to need to do. And they have different strengths. So this is the lightest strength. This is the gray one. I find this still to be pretty strong for me, and I do this every month. And then you put this device. There's two different devices. One actually is for the nose area, so it's more narrow, and this is for all over your face. Now, you have to have your skin clean and dry with no oils on it. So I've already got a bunch of stuff on my skin, so I'm only going to kind of demo this, but you turn it on. I'm sure you can hear it there. And then you just take it like that. And you use this all over your cheeks, your forehead, everything. Don't do it on your neck, but you're going this direction. So you're telling the skin, lift, lift, right? You don't want to pull it down, right? When you're putting anything on your skin, you're not going to pull anything down. Everything's going to be up. Like think boobs go north, booty goes north, skin goes north. Think of that when you're using these. So you're just going to go north on everything. And what's going to happen is after you use it, your skin's going to be a little ticked off at you. It's going to be red. It's going to be like, why did you do that? It's going to call you bad words. But within the next 2 days, you'll notice your skin healing and your face will look really, really awesome. And especially if you do it consistently. I would recommend, if you don't want to invest one of these, this retailed, I believe, for $200 is what this retails for. I would say, if you can do that, or you can go to an esthetician. I went to an esthetician. I'm a licensed esthetician, but I went to my friend who's an esthetician for really long time because it just felt so lovely for her to do the microdermabrasion. She also did an LED light therapy, which is what this is. She would use that on me too. wonderful. So these are just ways for any of us that we can all use so we don't need to go and see an esthetician. So it's a bigger one-time purchase, but then, you know, you can use these for years and years, right? So it's a great way to save money, which is fabulous. And I think, speaking of holiday gifts and that sort of thing, you know, anything like this, like, you know, an LED mask is a fabulous gift if you want to spend some coin on somebody, or a little machine like this. If somebody's really into skincare, I think this is fabulous. You can also buy just about anybody a vitamin C serum and a retinol. I wouldn't get them a retinol that's too high because you don't know kind of where their skin is at, but you could get them anything 1% and below, I think, and be safe when it comes to the retinol. And when it comes to vitamin C, you know, depends on what you want to spend. This one in particular, I believe this is $65. Don't quote me on that. And this retinol, I want to say, is a little bit more. It's like $85. So these are fantastic stocking stuffer gifts that you can use. And of course, you can always get somebody one of these. Like, these are great. You can get these almost anywhere. So of very big varying degrees. I think I spent $25 on this one. So, you know, it doesn't have to be fancy, but it does have a stone here. And I forget what type of stone this is, but that's really important because it's going to hold the cold and really work. Sorry, I should have shared that earlier. In any case, wow, that was a lot of stuff. Okay, so that's what I use morning and night, once a week and once a month for my skin. I pretty much do everything myself. I actually don't go to an esthetician here. I have before, but I really like doing a lot of this myself. I find it to be really fun. And then I really stay in contact with how my skin is doing. Now, I'm obviously way ahead of the game. I'm licensed and all of that stuff, but I do love the fact that I can do it all myself and I can have great results. So there you go. These are my results. And as you know, I don't use Botox or filler or anything like that. So, you know, I think the results from all of these is, you know, can be really positive. It is over the long haul. Like anything with skincare is going to be over the long haul if you're not going to use injectables or surgery. It is something you have to continually do. You need to eat great, like all those things that we talk about here on the channel, The Beauty Shaman. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Please write any questions you have down below. I always love hearing from you, and I want you to know that I really wish you the best. I know holidays are coming up and that sort of thing, so stay tuned. I'm going to do some holiday videos to help with gift ideas and that sort of thing. All right, thank you so much for watching The Beauty Shaman.